I started my 4-year apprenticeship in Sydney at a boatyard called Lars Halversons & Sons, which was a very traditional timber boat building company. I remember when I made the suggestion that I wanted to leave at the end of year 10 or 4th form, which is when you get your school certificate. My teachers and parents were like probably pushing me to stay on and go to university. And I think it kind of got to that frustrating point where they were just like, well, just let him go do what he wants to do, and hopefully he's passionate about it enough. "30 years later, I'm still doing something that I love very much. I'm still as passionate about building boats as I was when I was 15. This is the 6th race that I've done, and then this is the first time I'm actually not working with a team, and I'm working with the governing body, Volvo Ocean Race. And we have a boatyard here that is here to maintain the fleet and make sure that we have 7 boats that safely get around the world and are maintained to the highest possible level. Every one of the people within the boatyard play a huge part in the success of every team. Boatyard, it's a family. We spend so much time together. We know each other's partners, we know everyone's kids. You need it to be that way. It cannot just be a group of individuals just coming to work, doing what they need to do, clocking in, clocking out. It just doesn't work that way. The beauty of this race is that it's expect the unexpected. The best laid plans can turn to custard straight away. I think that the biggest challenge we have is the clock. We get very short time with the boats now. We find that the time at the port and stopovers gets smaller and smaller. It's a fair bit of pressure. You always get there in the end, but it's how you face up to the challenge. It's what I love the most, is that test that you're always being pushed, and the fact that if you ever took it for granted, it'll come back and bite you pretty hard. We have a very good group of suppliers that work with us here in the boatyard. Every one of them we know very well, and every one of them have come through the journey with us, from the one design of the last race to what we've developed for the version 2 boats now. For us, we've been pretty fortunate with AkzoNobel coming on board for the race. And they've played a huge part in the entire fleet that we have today. Pretty much every component of the entire fleet is painted in AkzoNobel products. They created a 20-foot container that is shipping around the world with us that facilitates everything we need for every boat. And if we don't already have the paint in stock in that container, we can actually make any colour that's relevant to the fleet on site. Once upon a time, you'd be trying to find the local agent or supplier in areas like China or India, or like obscure places where maybe you might find the product, maybe you won't. Right now, it's literally at our doorstep, so it's a pretty unique relationship. The start of every leg and the finish of every leg is always, it still makes the hair stand up on your arms when you see the fleet sailing past. The way the sport is going, the way boats are going, whether they be monohulls or multi-hulls, whatever it is, it's a very exciting time in sailing. There's some seriously cool stuff happening, and I'd certainly want to be part of it.